Are you crying? There's no crying in family murder. Welcome to the Dave Cave. I, as always, am Dave, and today we're going to be talking the movie. It's the middle ground of the Thorn trilogy, and that is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Halloween 5 was directed by Dominique Othenin-Girard, stars Donald Pleasance, and again, well actually for the last time, at least for now, we have Danielle Harris coming back as Jamie Lloyd. And the movie picks up after a short little recap and kind of explains how Michael survived the end of Halloween 4. Picks up a year after that movie, and what you have is Jamie's been kind of institutionalized. It's a children's clinic, and really they've retconned the entire end of Halloween 4. All the good parts of the end of Halloween 4, they fixed it. Jamie is still kind of like a good guy. Jamie didn't kill her I don't want to say stepmom because they say stepmom in this, and she's not a stepmom. She's your foster mom. Didn't actually kill her foster mom, and then you find out that she has this psychic link with Michael Myers, and that's what caused her to try to kill her foster mom. And from there, Michael wakes up, she sees Michael wake up, and Michael, again, continues to come for her. Now, while there is a lot to talk about that is not good about this movie, because there is a lot to talk about, there are some things that I was surprised to find redeem this movie just a little bit for me. So let's get right into the good. The first thing I like about Halloween 5 is really it's the Jamie-Loomis relationship. I dig it. The way they play off each other, because you have Loomis. Loomis is getting increasingly crazier and crazier and more desperate because he just wants to make sure Michael is fucking dead. Michael is done. The reign is over. He is gone. He is dead. And then you have this little girl, which again, Danielle Harris kills this role. No pun intended. She does extremely well. She is great in this movie. She's becoming increasingly scared because now she's really starting to see life through Michael's eyes. She's seeing all of this shit happen. She's the keyhole through which Loomis is trying to find Michael and see what he's seeing, get to him, and stop him. What this ends up becoming, though, is with Loomis getting crazier and more desperate, by the end, really by the scene that Michael gets captured, you don't really know if Loomis wouldn't sacrifice Jamie, literally sacrifice Jamie, to get to Michael. I believed it. The first time I watched this movie, I was like, oh yeah, nope, he's going to full on give Jamie to Michael just so he can get to Michael. Because he gets to Michael a little bit, just a little bit. But he gets slashed and thrown or whatever. Loomis is crazy. Absolutely. He has been driven mad by this point. Not like dirty mad, but he's mad. He's crazy. He wants to stop Michael, and he uses Jamie to do that. I like how that interplays because then they're also trying to both do the same thing. By the end, he just has a little bit more devious way of doing it. And the next thing I like in this movie is the finale. And I don't mean the sad, chain twirling kind of, woe is me, Michael. The actual finale, when the man in black shows up and all the shit goes down and Jamie goes through the police station. That finale really works for me. I love it. If they had played Michael a little bit differently, like straight up had him straitjacket to the floor, like he can't do anything, go anywhere. But I like that finale. I like that idea, and they hint at it, and we're going to get into it a little bit more with Halloween 6. But I like that they hint at the idea that other people might want to help Michael. That there will be this kind of cult of Michael, which, like I said, they changed it a little bit. But I like that idea. They tease that, and then really, you get the whole Michael's out. He still could be anywhere. And just the line delivery by Danielle Harris at the end. Just that no. It's so helpless and sad and just fuck me. And it echoes and then the Halloween theme hits. It's a great cliffhanger because you don't have one of those scenes where they kill the guy and okay, how are we going to bring him back? That's what Halloween 4 did. They killed him. They killed Michael Myers. And then this movie's like, oh shit, yeah, we got to capitalize on that. That did really good. We got to bring him back. Figure out how it is. make him float down a river, whatever. They actually let him live. And they let it flow into the next movie. Again, they change things and how things really work. But it works. I like that. I like that they had a little bit different twist on the generic end. No other movie in the well, at least the big three, ends like that. And I love it. I really, really do. And that's it. That's all that I really like about this movie that would really fit into a good. There's tiny little moments here and there that are positive, but there's a lot more to talk about that I don't like, so let's get into the bad. The first thing I don't like about Halloween 5 is the fact that they killed Rachel so early. I'm fine with Rachel having been killed in this movie, but I think they should have done it way later. Give us a whole other movie to keep loving Rachel and seeing her protect Jamie and want to be with Jamie and just be everything she was in 4, but better and stronger and more devoted and loving of Jamie. And then you kill her. It would have torn out hearts. Everybody would have been more upset about it, but not upset because it's a bitch kill. Because in this movie it is. It's stupid. It happens too fast. It completely throws everything in the face of what she was in Halloween 4. But by giving her more screen time in this and fleshing it out, 1, like I said, the kill would matter more, which it should. And 2, we wouldn't get this weak segue into, oh, okay, now we're going to just care about this new group of friends. Because it's so weak, just a tiny moment of, okay, Tina and Rachel are friends. Okay, now we killed Rachel, now let's care about Tina, care about Sam, care about Spitz, care about Mike, care about those people. Because we need a new group of victims to kill. Like, start caring about them. We're not going to really give you much basis as to why, but start caring about them. And they give us Tina. I'm sorry, but Tina is shit. When it comes to being this final girl protector of Jamie, which ultimately she's not a final girl, she gets killed. I think she should have been killed earlier. But she is not it's a weird way to say it, but she's not a rightful heir to being the protector of Jamie that Rachel was supposed to be. Because you have Rachel earlier in the movie, before she died, she's like, I shouldn't leave. I should be with her. I shouldn't leave. I should be with Jamie. But then you have Tina. She's like, hey, I gotta go get mine, so I'll see you later. I know you're freaking out. I know you're upset, but I gotta go. Bye. Like, it's two completely different characters, which is fine, but Rachel should have been there for this. She should have been here for this movie and died at the end. Stupid fucking choice. The next thing I don't like about this movie is the quality of life choices that they mess up. There's editing errors, there's logic errors. There's a scene where Sheriff Meeker says, we're going to take Jamie back to the police station because they're going to the clinic because Michael drew them away and they're going to go to the clinic. Everybody fucking leaves. And they're going to take Jamie to the police station. Do you guys remember Halloween 4? A year ago? Where he massacred your entire police force? She's not safer there. And then there's the Myers house, which isn't the Myers house at all. Not even close. And one of the other scenes that felt like a complete misstep was you have Loomis talking to the forest. We know Michael's out there. Michael is out there. We saw him. He killed Tina. He was chasing after Jamie. Michael is out there. Loomis is talking to the forest, which I get. I mean, he doesn't know where Michael is, but he's alone and he's just talking to Michael. Just, hey, this is where we're going. We're going to the house. Come to the house. Come get her. Let's end this. Let's be done. And then they show Michael. But you have Loomis looking around. Michael's right there. We can see him from where he's standing. Michael's there. I mean, and then we see him walk away. It's two scenes. It's like they didn't want to just have Loomis talking to the forest. But if Loomis just talking to the forest had happened, everybody would have got it. Everybody would understand. Yeah, Michael's out there. But they felt like they needed that extra little bit. Like we're stupid or something. And when you add those things together along with a whole bunch of little things here and there throughout the movie, it makes for this movie ultimately just meh. Because that's what this movie is. I don't hate this movie. I don't think I really hate any of the Halloween movies. But I just kind of, all right, I don't feel anything about this movie. There's nothing that really gets me. I mean, there's a couple things in the good, but meh. And now the last thing I want to talk about that I really don't like about this movie, Michael Myers. He is the most humanized, weak version of Michael Myers we've ever gotten. He is in cinema, in all of the Halloween movies, Rob Zombie's, this one, 2018, all of them. This is the weakest Myers. His whole boogeyman kind of unstoppable facade is completely broken down. Right at the recap. Right away. He goes and he's army crawling away, which, sure, if you're a normal guy, yeah, you just got lit up like a Christmas tree, you're going to have a bad day. He's not a normal man. He's evil on 2 fucking legs. He should be, do it. Like, have him sneak away. Have him be like, oh, yeah, that was a rough one. But then you have him go into the water. He looks weak. He comes out of the water to the hermit, and he's staggering, and he's weak. Michael Myers shouldn't look weak. He does weak later in the movie, but that's because he's tranquilized, and he's having his shit split with the board. I get that. That's a whole different kind of beast. But even in that, when you fast forward a little bit, and he's in the jail cell, and he's just sitting there twiddling his thumbs, Michael Myers isn't somebody that twiddles his thumbs. He sat there, inhumanly patient, looking at a wall, looking through the wall, seeing this very night. That man that Loomis talked about in Halloween 1978, that man doesn't twiddle a chain. He doesn't sit there kind of like, oh, whatever. He should have just been there, just staring at a wall. That would have been perfect now that I'm thinking about it. If he was standing there in that jail cell, staring at a wall, looking through the wall, looking for the next opportunity to get out of that jail cell. That's absolutely how Michael should have been in that scene. And then you have the scene that is so ridiculous. Michael Myers takes his mask off after Jamie says uncle and says, let me see. And you see his tear. Michael Myers doesn't cry. He doesn't have human emotion. He just is a unstoppable killing machine. That's what he is. That's what he does. He doesn't have tears. But now we're going to get to something that's actually pretty entertaining about Halloween 5, and that is the blood, the guts, the kills, the ugly. The kills in Halloween 5, while they are entertaining, they're really nothing to write home about. This movie doesn't do anything that makes you go, oh, damn. Like, all of them feel like they've been done before in some way, shape, or form. Like I've said before, this movie is in the middle of the big 3 slasher one-upping game that is Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Halloween. And in this one, it falls flat in terms of all of them. It really feels like a bunch of Jason-style kills in this movie. You get some kills that are like blunt force, twisting, grabbing, snapping, slamming. And you also get a whole bunch of kills that are barn-related, which is fine that they do that with the whole scenario, but that's kind of Jason's thing. But among the huge body count that we get in this movie, one does stick out for me. So my award for favorite kill of Halloween 5 goes to Spitz. It's a very straightforward kill, and really it's a return in this whole review series of what I like to call the confused boner kills. I think they're fun kills. They make you think one thing, and then they make you think another, and it's done well. He gets stabbed with a pitchfork through his back, and he comes out the front. They don't really dwell on it so that the practicals can be maybe a little bit shoddy, but it looks good. It's a quick kill, boom, it's done. So between the cool visual and the fact that it brings back the confused boner, yeah, it's a winner in my book. Now it is time for my final thoughts on Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Even though I feel how I feel about this movie and really that it's really nothing to write home about, I didn't hate watching it. It's weird to say, but even though I'm able to pick this movie apart and be like, yeah, no, that was shit, that was shit, that was shit, that was shit, I still have a good time watching Michael Myers, being in this universe. I know it's really easy to watch Donald Pleasance, and Danielle Harris puts, again, a great performance together. So you put that together with a whole bunch of interesting kills, you progress the whole storyline. It's easy for me to watch. It's one of those movies you can put in and not really give a shit about and be like, okay, that was a fun scene. I'm going to keep, doing laundry or something like that. But it's not a movie that you put in and you're like, yeah, I'm going to watch Halloween 5 tonight. It's far from my favorite, but yeah, I don't actually hate this movie. But that's not to say that I couldn't make a whole video of everything that this movie fucks up, because it fucks up a lot of stuff. Maybe I'll have to do that someday. But now what Halloween 5 has grown to really do for me is be a segue into one of the entries that actually I find pretty damn entertaining, Halloween 6. And my review for Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, will be out on Tuesday. And with all that time between now and Halloween 6, I have reviews done for all of Friday the 13th, all the Nightmare on Elm Street. So if you haven't checked those out, I have links to those in the description below. And while you're down there, I have links to my Instagram and Twitter, both at @DaveCave_. I post over there when I'm not posting here. And that is going to do it for me today. Thank you so much, as always, for stopping by the Dave Cave. I will see you for The Curse of Michael Myers. But until then, take care.